What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the channel, Blaise Taylor. As I told you, and I'm going to point you, I'm going to refresh your memory. Blaise Taylor from the Tennessee Titans, found guilty of murder in the second degree, found guilty of murder in the first degree, premeditated, found guilty of several other charges of murder for poisoning his girlfriend by pouring a large amount of liquid cocaine in Jade Benning's drink. That was his girlfriend that he impregnated, 25 years old. She died on her 25th birthday. He went to trial, and all I could say is I am not overjoyed, but extremely happy that he was found guilty by all 12 jury members beyond a shadow of a doubt for murdering his pregnant girlfriend, who he most likely did not want to have a baby with, who he most likely did not want the responsibility. Uh, and poor Jade Benning, 25 years old, and her unborn child were murdered by this man who poured liquid cocaine in the drink. What bothers me so much about this jerk off is the fact that how do you, I mean, you not only kill a woman that was no threat to you, like you didn't have to kill this woman, you didn't have to kill her. And knowing that she was pregnant with your child, to make the decision to kill both of them shows what type of animal this guy really is. That he actually went through with the plan to kill a baby and to kill a woman. And then on top of that, has the arrogance to go to trial. In other words, doesn't admit his guilt, never admits to doing it, never issues any type of apology, never expresses or shows any type of remorse at all in the slightest. He just decides to say, I'm going to go to trial. I didn't do this. You guys got it wrong. And then sits there. If you see the video, I'm not posting the video because you could just go on to YouTube and see 50 different videos of when he was found guilty. And if I had posted a video about this, and the title of the video was "The Trial of Blaise Taylor is Underway." That's the name of the video I posted just over a week ago. It's titled "The Trial of Blaise Taylor is Underway." And as soon as my video starts, the first thing I said when my video starts, this is before the trial, I said Blaise Taylor is done. Blaise Taylor is finished. Blaise Taylor will be found guilty on all charges beyond a shadow of a doubt. That is what I said on day one of the trial starting. And the reason I said that is this was a very easy case to predict. If one thing that we learn from history is that we never learn from history, these cases never go well for the men that kill these pregnant women. When are these men going to learn that it is just better to walk away? If you don't want to be with the woman, fine, and if you don't want the woman to have your baby, then first of all, you should have wore a condom. Okay, if you didn't want to get the woman pregnant, you should have had protected sex. So you're responsible, you know. Um, and of course, the woman has responsibility for that as well. If she didn't want to get pregnant, then she should have been on some birth control, or they should have practiced safe sex, or whatever, the morning after pill. There's all different types of things, but she did get pregnant and she wanted to have the baby. And at that point, the man, you have to say to yourself, okay, I screwed up. I don't want to be with this woman and I don't want this woman to have my baby. That can be fine. But if she decides to have it, You can't think that you're going to take a life and take the life of the unborn child. But for some reason, these men feel like that is their only option. You know, and I understand what's going on. What happens in this situation is the men don't think, because the men feel cornered at that point. They feel trapped at that point. They feel like the woman is trapping them. They feel like their whole life is on the line, that their whole future is on the line. They're worried about their finances. They're going to have to give up half of their finances to this woman, and they're going to have to pay child support for 20 years. And they don't want to do that, or they want to get involved with another woman, and that woman doesn't want them to have a baby with the first woman, or they just don't want to be tied to the woman at all, so they don't want to have a baby with her, and they don't want that responsibility. There's all different types of reasons why men don't want to have a baby with the woman. But then, if that's the case, then don't have sex with the woman, dude, or have protected sex with the woman. Look at all these people that think he poisoned, right? He poisoned. He poured liquid cocaine in her drink, and when she drank it, she knew that she was poisoned. It was recorded in the phone call where she was saying to him, "What did you put in my drink? I don't feel right. What did you do to me? What do you do to me?" And the arrogance of this guy who thought he was going to beat the trial when stuff like this was recorded on tape, with autopsy reports proving things. With his ex girlfriend even testified about his behavior and things that he did in the past. I mean, this guy was finished from day one. So all I could say, what I was saying is he poisoned her drink, but then you have these guys that not only take the life of the girl and the unborn child, but they bury them somewhere. They still get caught. And then there was the guy that sunk the pregnant wife in the water, and he still got caught. And then there's ones who dig holes out in the desert, and they bury the wife in a hole in the desert, still get caught. What are they going to do? I mean, when are they going to realize that with the technology these days, with the investigators these days, they're going to be caught? And the reason I'm saying that is, men, if you're listening, don't do this. Don't do it. You're going to get caught. You are better off walking away. You are better off paying child support. You are better off just not having anything to do with the woman. And that's all I could say. Thank God Blaise Taylor has been found guilty. Murder in the first degree, murder in the second degree. And they're not seeking the death penalty. Tennessee does have the death penalty, the state of Tennessee, but he's going to get life without parole. Life without parole. And if you want to check out my other video, The Trial of Blaise Taylor is underway. That was the title of it. You'll see that I predicted all along that he will be found guilty on all charges and he will get life without parole. And good, let's clean up society from this arrogant, ignorant waste of life. That's what he is. I'm just based on his arrogance. I'm glad he got life. Take care, guys. Hit the subscribe button.